We are live. Good evening, everybody. This is Ted from Off the Hook Outdoors, and welcome to the Off the Hook podcast today. In today's podcast, we're just going to be talking about some hunting. I'd like to know what you guys are seeing out there, if you're hunting or if you're getting ready to hunt. So we're going to keep an eye out here. We're going to get some people in here, hopefully, and we're going to start talking about some hunting. Feel free to join the panel if you'd like to come up on the panel with me. Just leave it in the chat that you'd like to come up, and I will share the link with you. If I don't know you, probably have to get to know you. So we're going to, let the people that I know up because of some things that could happen. Hey, Mom, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Just waiting for some people to come in. Doing some talking about some hunting before I got to get Carly from softball. So I wanted to get on for about an hour or so and just talk about the weekend, talk about what happened with me, and want to listen to everybody else's stories if they're seeing anything out there or if they're hunting or if they're getting ready to hunt. So feel free to come up on panel. It's an open panel, guys. Oh. We had some really good we had a good weekend. I got some stuff to talk about from the weekend. I got a really nice buck on camera. I think it's a 10. Bob got him on his camera too. And I think that it's going to be either Boo's going to try to get it. I'm going to try. Hey, Kevin, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much. We're just talking about hunting, and it is a open panel. So if anybody wants to come up and chat with me on panel for a while, feel free to just say you want to come up, and I will share the link with you. If I don't know you, I would rather get to know you than I would let you up. Yeah, I ain't shot mine either. So we'll see what happens, though. This was a good, productive weekend, and then this next weekend coming up here, I'm going to go down to camp, help my dad out with his stand and get him situated. But it's been so warm that I don't even have that urge. Hey, Phil, thanks for coming in, buddy. I appreciate you. But yeah, we're just going to be, it's an open panel. Like I said, anybody that wants to come up, please just write it in the chat that you'd like to come up on panel, and I will share the link and you can come up. But this is just something that I'm starting, like an open panel type deal. When we're talking, if you want to tell a story, talk about your hunting so far, or if you're not hunting yet, if you're getting ready to hunt and your preparation and everything. So we're going to do this a few times. But it's going to be the Off the Hook podcast. Now you see that thumbnail. So that's going to be a little section of my channel as well. So I like to get up here and talk to people about what they're doing, what they're seeing and stuff like that. So I think it's just cool to sit around and talk about it. Daniel Berry, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Can everybody hear me okay? And I don't have my green screen on today. I'm just going with the camera, the normal camera today. So if everybody can hear me okay, give me a thumbs up or a yes. You can hear me okay. Microphone's good. If I have to turn the volume up or down, please let me know. We got 5 people in here so far. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't yet. And yeah, I'd like to hear some people's stories. You can hear me? Okay, cool. Kevin, thank you. NJ, what's up, brother? Thanks for coming in. I watched your fishing today a little bit. You were fishing from that wall. You caught a flounder this morning or this afternoon. I can't even remember when it was. But I was running around all day basically today. I got all the stuff shipped out. I got all the stuff shipped out from the auction we had on Sunday. So that took me most of my morning to get everything shipped out. I do need one more box. I got to ship one more thing out. So I need to get another box for the backpack and get that shipped out. But yeah, this weekend was cool. I'm gonna let it run for another 30 seconds to a minute, and then we're gonna start talking about our season and our preparation and what everybody's doing. But guys, if you want to come up on open panel, please just say you'd like to come up, and I will share the link with you, and you can come up, and we can talk hunting or whatever you want to talk about. You got a story? You want to tell a story? Tell a story. it's going to be pretty much free roaming here, whatever we want to talk about. I mean, to a certain extent, you know what I mean. Hunting outdoors. Let's talk this. Let's put it that way. No politics or anything like that. Yeah, I figured I was going to go live for a little bit here and see who wants to jump up. I know City Sticker Chris is eating. I asked him if he wanted to come up on panel. He's like, I'm eating. He just woke up because he's getting old and he was taking a nap after work or something. So he wasn't up for it. I sent him some scent this week and he's sending me some stuff too down. So we'll try it out, see what happens. So yeah, guys, so this weekend, let's get into it a little bit here. This weekend on Friday, what did I do Friday? I can't remember. Oh, I did some stuff Friday at home and then worked Friday. Or no, I'm sorry. Friday was the memorial for my daughter's friend, Sam. It was 1 year on the 20th. That was Thursday. Was that Thursday? Or Friday? It was Friday because that's my dad's birthday. So I took off that night because of that, because I didn't feel like going to work after that the vigil. It's very sad. So prayers to Anita and Carl. Lost their daughter a year ago in a tragic car accident. It was a car that was racing, going over 100 mile an hour, ran into the school bus, a school van, and ended up taking her life. So that was pretty rough. And then, hey, IL, what's up, buddy? And then Saturday morning, I got up and I went down to my stand here. I have some property down the road from my house that I have permission to hunt. So I got up there. I checked my stand. I put my steps in the tree because it is private, so I can put screw and steps in, and I take them down as well. Squirrels Magna Fishing, what's up? Thanks for coming in, brother. Appreciate you. If any one of you guys want to come up on panel, just let me know, and I will share the link with you guys. You can come up. We can talk. I'm just telling what I did this weekend, and I'd like to hear your guys' story from this weekend as well, or your past weeks of hunting, or if you're getting prepared to hunt, I'd like to hear about it. So Saturday I went down there. I made my mock scrape. I cut a video this week, and that will be coming out tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern on my channel. It's how to make a mock scrape to fire up your deer this season. That's the name of it. You should see it on my page if you go over there. And Glacier Shark, what's up, man? Thank you for coming in. So I did my mock scrape, and I killed 2 birds with 1 stone this week because I also did my camera review of the VooPeak TC7. So I did a review with that before I went down to do my did you have a link to those waders you reviewed? Yeah, I have a link on it. It's on my channel. Let me see if I can do it real quick here. Let's see. I'll share it in the chat right now, guys. Let's see here. Let me share it in the chat. Glacier Shark. I'll share that link in the chat with you guys right there. That is the link right there that will you'll be able to looking at the back windows. That's nice seeing an 8-point. So killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I did my mock scrape video, and then I finished off my VooPeak from Cam Park. I don't know how that's working. It's Cam Park is the company that sells the cameras and stuff, but there's another, I guess it's their subdivision or something. It's called VooPeak. I guess it's their line of hunting cameras they're trying to come out with, and they are nice cameras. And this one has a solar panel, so I don't need to keep changing batteries out. You got to put batteries in it, but you'll see the review when it comes out. But I put that up over my mock scrape, so I finished the video with that camera, which was good. So I got 2 videos with 1 trip, so that was really cool. So I did that. It was pretty exciting when I got up to my stand because my stand's still there, obviously, and there was about 4 or 5 deer bedded on a flat in front of me, about 40 or 50 yards out. So that tells me that there hasn't been any pressure over there. They're bedding up on this hill, which is really nice. Now, later in the season, they tend to move. I don't know if it's from me or what, but they tend to move off a little bit. And but it's a really good spot because I have a bedding area to my left, and that's a property that I can't hunt, but I'd like to get permission on that land as well. But there's a nice bedding area to my left, and what I did was I put this mock scrape just outside of that bedding area because they travel along the bedding area where it's opened about 30 yards away from my stand. So I made sure I put my scrape. That's where I shot that deer last year, right out of my scrape. I put another scrape there. Now, I did use my new scent company that I'm working with this year, and that is Jinx Some Scents, and I am going to be popping that up here at different times here. Here's Jinx Some's website. Make sure you go over to Jinx Some Scents to check them out. They do have a YouTube channel. It's Jinx Some Nation. So make sure you're going over there and subscribe and let them know that Off the Hook sent you. Also, majority of their work and where they really do all their business and stuff out of is on Facebook. And they have a Jinx Some Facebook page. They have a Jinx Some Nation, and they have Jinx Some Outdoors all on Facebook. They do lives, they do giveaways and things like that as well. If you do go to the Jinx Some website and you do want to purchase something, and I do recommend you purchase something because they have an awesome preorbital gland scent for a licking branch. You can use my code right there, Off the Hook Outdoors, and you can save 10% on your scents. Now there is clothing and stuff on there, like hats and shirts and things, but that code does not refer to the apparel, and the only reason why is it's print on demand. When they sell them, they print them on demand, so there's no they can't really give you a discount on that, so you guys know. So it won't work on the apparel, but it will work on everything else. They have some seasonings, they have minerals, they have food plot seed, they have some drag rat, like hex sticks they call them. They have a drag system, they have a hanging scent system that they put their dabs in and things like that. So make sure you go over there and check them out. I'm excited to see what happens here with this scent. And then that was Saturday. And then Saturday evening, we just hung out. That was opening day of archery season. So I went down there and just did my stand opening day of archery season. It's been so hot here and the weather's been miserable that I won't even go into my stand to hunt it. I don't want to booger anything up over there. So tonight I was off, and listen to this reason why I was off tonight. I got a text from my boss this morning saying, do not even bother to come in tonight because they had a threat at our school district. So we got a free day off. But you talk about just, how where people's heads are at nowadays with the like threats and stuff for schools. It's just getting crazy out there, guys. So just be careful out there. You never know what's going to happen anymore. It's crazy. I kind of feel bad for our youth and growing up in this crap anymore. But anyway, don't want to be political, but that's my thoughts on it. So, but when we were younger, we could go out and just walk around and do things. You didn't have to worry about anything. Now, can't do that. So yeah, so check out the Jinx Some Scents. And also you can check me out, Off the Hook Outdoors, and the other platforms: Instagram, Facebook, FishAngler, FishBrain, Camo Space, TikTok, and Threads. So check that out. If you haven't got me on that other social media, if you have Instagram, Facebook, and all that, check it out. I do upload my videos. I have separate videos on Facebook as well. They're like the same video, but there's just different intros for Facebook and things like that. So I do upload it on both platforms as well. If you want to donate to the channel, you can always Venmo me at Off the Hook Outdoors, or I have a PayPal, and the PayPal is Off the Hook Outdoors as well. If you are sending any money, it goes right back into the channel for giveaways and upgrades of the channel and, bait making and things like that. So I appreciate that. My email, if anybody's interested that needs to get a hold of me or anything, I usually get back with you within a day or two, is tedpolanowskijr@gmail.com. And if you have any questions or anything. And then I also sell my baits, and I have other social media content on my website at OFFTHEHOOKOUTDOORS.us. And there you can find my baits. You can find pictures of hunting. You can find pictures of fishing. You can see some testimonial videos and things on my baits over there as well. So go check out OFFTHEHOOKOUTDOORS.us. I appreciate it. So Saturday I come back. and hung out Saturday night with the family. There was stuff going on. My daughter was golfing and then stuff like that, so I had to drive her around and do some stuff like that. And then Sunday morning, I got up and I headed west. I headed to Ohio. So I went down to Ohio. I met my buddy Bob. We got out in the woods. I went up there. I dumped more of my trophy rock out on the one stand and put a camera up. And then I did some corn and horse feed where my trophy rock is existing now as well. And the trophy rock was still there. So that was a good thing. It lasted a long time. So I was checking cameras. I checked my stand, and my stand's in a perfect spot. I love that stand, and I love the spot. I just think that it's lower on the it's by a dirt road, and I can actually see the dirt road. It's almost 100 yards away, but this is a really thick hillside, man, and it's like I'm in an open pocket between a thicket behind me. There's a field to my back right, like a I don't know what you want to call it, a CRP field. It's just got high weeds and jaggers and thorns in it. It's a good bedding, but I walk past that to get in. So they don't really hang out right there. But in the mornings, it's a really good transition point because you got the field behind me, you got an open pocket in front of me. The dirt road is down below, and they do cross that from public land on the other side of the road, which is really good. When that gets pressured, they come over, and I'm like right there where they would come through. And that there is a thick bedding area in front of me as well. And it's all that autumn olive and stuff like that that's in there. And it's just an awesome spot. I think it's an overlooked spot. I've been looking up. I looked over it for years hunting down there, and then one day I found a really nice rub down there, and I put a camera on it, and I was getting pictures of our big bucks cruising through there. Now they weren't there every single day like it was their main trail or nothing, but they were frequent in that area. So I started looking around. I put some minerals down there, put a camera on it, and to my surprise, guys, this when I went down there on the 22nd. Yeah, the 22nd, I went down there. Well, my camera on that stand still had battery life, and I had that up since January. So I got pictures from January till September 22nd on there, and there were still a couple bars left on the camera. So, and this isn't a VU Peak camera, and I don't want to mention the name of the cameras that were down there because I am working with VU Peak and Camp Park right now. So what I did was I removed my card. I put new batteries in it. I dumped all my food and everything on, and I put a camera on it, that camera back on it with new batteries with a new SD card. I pulled the SD card, took it with me, and then where I'm sitting is if I'm looking out into this pocket, I have my food and my bait station to the left, about 25 yards, and it's sort of on a slope. And then let me get into these comments here because I'm missing the comments. Chris is in here, Hunting and Stuff's in here. What's up, guys? Thank you for coming in. If anybody wants me to share the link, I can share it and you guys can stop in and we can talk a little bit about hunting. Dean, what's up, brother? Thank you for coming in, man. Appreciate you. So it's sort of on a slope down to my left and it goes down to the road. Well, I have my bait station there, 25 yards away. And then straight ahead of me, there's a flat. And I put a licking branch there with my mock scrape with the Jinx Some Sense. And then I put a camera on that as well. So then after all that was done, I pulled my chip. I will come up. Okay, Phil will come up. Let me invite, copy, and then X out of here. Then I will put the link in the chat. Hold on. Let's see, paste it. Let's see how to do that. Paste it. And there's the link. Chris, if you want to come up. What's up, Nick? Thanks for coming in, buddy. So on that flat is I had that on sorry, I had the what's that? Oh, okay. So I had the Jinx Some Sense. I put the dabs. I put the What's up, Nick? Squirrel saying, "What's up to Nick?" So I put the scent dabs, I put the preorbital gland on the licking branch, and I put the Mystic, the dominant buck urine, in the scrape. And that's about 25, 30 yards in front of me. So anything coming out of that thicket will stop there, I'm hoping. But I did put a camera on that as well. So that was cool. And it's just a really nice setup. I really like it. It's going to be easy to get into without making a lot of noise. I did cut a path out behind me. I always like to have an entrance and an exit. I can exit out to the right of me, or I can exit out the back, and I can enter to the right or from the back of the stand as well. So what's up, Bill? Billy, thanks for coming in, buddy. Appreciate you. My mom said hi, Sue. So that was that spot right there. So I was anxious because I still had battery life, and I had a bunch. I think I had like thousands of pictures on there. Okay. So what I did was, that link is up in there. I don't know if you've seen that, Phil, if you want to come up and get ready or whatever. So what's does Chris say? Sticker. He said, hello, Ted, chat. Checks some stands over scrape today. That's awesome, Chris. I told everybody you were taking a nap as well, because you were getting old and you come home and had to take a nap today. He called me after he woke up from his nap. So that was that spot right there. So I was excited about looking at the camera or the SD card with that. So then I had more. I had a 25-pound trophy rock, and I had a 25-pound bag of crushed trophy rock that I had to hike up this hill. Now it's 85, 87 degrees out on Sunday. So I am dripping sweat, and I do not like to do that. Still sick. Yeah, he's still sick. So I don't, like I said, I'm not hunting the area right now, so I wasn't too worried about the scent today, this weekend. But I got up in there to my other stand, and I kicked out a deer with a rack on it. He was about 30 yards away from my stand. It is super thick up there. So I got up there, checked my stand, and I went down to where I'm sitting on a flat, and it's pretty close to me. And Phil's he's in the basement right now, so I will get him up here in a second. Let me get him up here on stage now. You ready, Phil? All right, he's saying, what's up, Phil? Thanks for coming in.
Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you fine.
Apparently these don't work.
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
All right.
Yep. So what happened was, I went up to my old stand, because the one down below is my new stand, and I went up there lugging that 25-pound brick of trophy rock, and then the 25-pound bag of crushed rock with me. There's Theo in the background. Say what's up, Theo. Say what's up. So I got up there. I kicked the buck out by my stand. It was about 30 yards away, and it's really thick up there. So as I'm sitting in my stand, I have a flat in front of me, and I'm pretty low to that flat, and they seem to cross that flat, and my further shot is 40 yards. So from there, I have a little scrape there, but I didn't mess with that scrape because I really don't want them at eye level with me. I want them down below me on the tram road that's below me. So I dumped the trophy rock back down there, and then I dumped I have a new one from Jinx Some Sense. It's called Limb Licker. It's different than a preorbital gland. So I have a vine hanging down there. So I put the Limb Licker on there, and I put a camera up to catch the vine and the minerals all in one shot. So I did that. And then to my surprise is I have a tree now that fell over, and it's blocking my shot window down to that scrape and to the minerals. So what I did was, I had my pruner. I cut a window out so I could get to the scrape, but I still need to cut that tree out to it's okay, to get the Theo's going to practice, so he needs his ice. All right. So I got to cut that tree out. It's about a 15-inch diameter tree. So I'm hoping that I could take the electric chainsaw up there on a pole and cut the top of it so it just cracks and like falls down. That's what I'm hoping. So anyway, hey, Phil, thank you for coming on. I wanted to get in my story right there. Thank you so much for following me and supporting my channel. It's great to have you up here.
That's great. I love watching what you put out there, and follow you and City Sticker.
Yep.
Their podcast, and you know, you guys are what I'm all about too. You know, my passion is hunting. You guys have a little bit more passion as far as fishing goes, but that's my
Yeah.
wife's passion. So,
Fishing. She loves fishing.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know you hunt a lot. You have some nice bucks. You got anything on camera early this season?
Yeah, I've got an interesting one. It's like a 11 pointer, and it's got a big old growth off its antler.
Okay.
It's on my channel if you ever want to see that.
Yeah.
I don't know how to share it here, but I've been experimenting with. I've had SD card type cameras.
Yeah, and that's what I have, Phil. I don't mess with the cell cams.
Well, I just started this year.
Yeah, I'm going to start eventually.
But I've used cameras for like 10 years now.
Yeah.
And I've been hunting for 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you what, that's been the biggest game changer for me is cameras.
Mm-hmm.
And what I really enjoy is watching the wildlife, especially I use the video mode mostly.
I like using the video mode on my scrapes because I like to see what they're doing.
Yeah, because you see so much more.
Yeah.
And you see what they're like, and also other wildlife as well is pretty cool.
For sure. Yeah, no, I like the video, Phil, for sure.
But this year, I finally bought a Spy Point, which I heard good and bad about that, but I thought, well, I'll get into this cellular.
Mm-hmm.
And right off the bat, I had problems getting the camera to work, and spent 2 weeks and working with their customer service, and their customer service actually is great. It's all over texting, back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And so they finally sent me a new camera, and bam, it worked just fine.
Yeah, it could have been a dud.
Yeah, but it was really cool. And then I put a video out comparing like 5 different cameras,
Mm-hmm.
SD versus cellular.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw your microphone one too.
You mentioned VooPeak. VooPeak reached out to me. He sent me a camera.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working on a video for that, the TC27.
Yep.
Which I think the biggest thing with theirs is the app. I love the app, and I'm not familiar with any other cellular cameras that are Spy Point and VooPeak, but VooPeak is really cool because I can look at my camera up there right now live and see what's up there.
Yeah, but it's definitely a game changer for sure.
Yeah. So cameras, the cost of cellular cameras, most of my cameras are the Walmart Tasco.
Nothing wrong with the Tascos.
No. And they take good pictures and video, but that's how I get my inventory. And if I want to get some really good pictures, then I'll put, one of my better cameras in that spot. But
yeah, the Tacticam reveals are supposed to be really good too, and I think that's something that I would go with.
Yeah, I've never tried.
If I was going to buy a cellular, they're about $119 or $139. There's 2 different kinds, but the VooPeak, I didn't go with the cell cam because the only reason why I didn't want, because they reached out to me to get the cell cam one, and I said, you know what, do you have another one that I could use with just an SD card, but I wanted a solar panel for batteries, because down in Ohio, sometimes, well, now hunting season, I'll be down there a lot more, but in the off season, I don't get to go down there in the summer as much because I'm doing my fishing content and stuff, so having a camera out working all year is something that I want, and you do got to put 8 batteries into TC7, but it has a solar panel on top that runs forever with them. And that's just a battery backup, those other batteries. But I have I think it is the TC22, and I have that down Uniontown at my place now. And that's been running since last hunting season ended down at camp. And we had that on a feeder, and it's still up to this day, and it's still working. Now, that is not a cell cam, but it has the app, and you got to get within 50 yards of it, and you can connect to it and look at your pictures. Yeah. Now, the only downfall to that is you can't erase the SD card with your phone. You still have to go in, take the SD card out, change it, and then leave. But you can view them. Like if you were going down or you didn't want to go to the camera and leave your center or anything, you can go down and check your camera with your phone within 50 yards, and you don't have to be right there. Or if you have your camera by your tree stand within 50 yards, then you can get up in your tree stand, connect to your camera, and while you're killing time, you could look through your pictures. I like that idea.
Yeah.
But the cell cam for that, I looked at the prices like after for service, and it was pretty expensive for the service. And I didn't really want to get into any kind of money with the cell cam right now because I have so many regular cameras with SD cards. So, and once they start breaking or something and going away, then maybe I'll invest in the cell cams as my next phase.
Yeah, you're absolutely right on the service, because like Spy Point, I think the annual I bought was like maybe $120 or something like that. Unlimited pictures. Yep. And then with VooPeak, it's like 300, or it's quite a bit more.
Yeah, it's expensive.
But the app is 100 times better than Spy Point. Which
is the app really better than the Spy Point then?
Oh yeah.
Really? Yeah. Chris's signal, he has a Tacticam Reveal, and his signal up at his place stinks, he said. And I've been talking to him lately, and I've heard some great things about the reveals, but from hearing it from like Chris, it makes you think about it. You know what I mean? Like, well, do I want to spend that much money in Ohio down there? Sometimes I don't even have cell phone service. At times, if the wind blows wrong, I won't have service for a little bit, and then it comes back. So I don't really want to do that with myself.
Yeah, we've got Starlink, and that's the only reason I'm talking to you right now.
No, I get you.
And even at times that's spotty, but it works a lot better than any of the other satellite providers we've had up there. Yeah, Starlink is definitely good, and good monthly price too.
Yeah, for sure. So when I was talking about that camera working, my buddy, like I had it from January down in Ohio, and I thought the batteries were dead. Well, this week I went and I found that my camera still had battery life in them. So I got pictures all the way from like March to September till the 22nd. So I'm making in my video for the VooPeak, the TC07, I'm adding those pictures in there. Or not the VooPeak, my Redmond Hunting, my trophy rock, because the trophy rock we've been putting out all summer. Like we got on board with those guys, and I got a bunch of trophy rocks. I got the liquid, and I got the crushed rock. So I've been putting that out, keeping that out all summer in those areas, just to help, not even to attract them, but just to give them something through the summertime. And what's neat is I got fawns at the lick. And then as from March till now, I got them, all the deer are growing. So I took a bunch, like I had thousands of pictures, but I went through and just took like 20 of them, and it shows the deer how they're growing. And I ended up getting, I wanted to show, I don't know if you could see this. Hold on. There's a 10 point right there that I may try to get after right there. He has his head in a trophy rock right there. But the trophy rock is all natural. It's nothing crazy. It isn't like it makes your deer huge or anything, but it just gives them the natural stuff that they need. And Bob and I, and that's my good friend Bob that I hunt with down Ohio, and we have our lease with, we just wanted to do something for the deer just to maybe get them healthier, or like, and just see any changes if there's any. But that mineral isn't made to put inches on their antlers. It's just made to keep them healthy and give them what they need naturally. You know what I mean? So it was neat to see all those pictures with the fawns, and then them getting bigger, losing their spots, and then the little bucks are there, and then you see them getting antlers and a little bit bigger. So I added that to my video to just give it something a little more interesting, you know?
Yeah, I use the trophy rock also.
Yeah.
And have great luck. And I've tried a couple different ones in the past. It doesn't seem like they hit those, but the trophy rock, whatever is in there, it's like crack.
Yeah. I mean, the trophy rock is awesome. Now, I used to use Lucky Buck a lot too. Lucky Buck it really worked for us as well. But I sort of veered off to that because I'm with Trophy Rock now. So use their products. I probably shouldn't even be saying Lucky Buck, but they understand. But I used to use the Lucky Buck, and I went to the Trophy Rock. But the Lucky Buck, the smell right out of the bucket. I mean, I could smell it a mile away, so the deer can smell it. So it's a good attractor to your area and keep them in there. But the Trophy Rock is the all natural. It's low key. It does have the liquid with a molasses smell in it. If you dump that on there, they do recommend starting your lick out with that just to get the scent in the air. So I put it all out. All the Trophy Rock products I had, I dumped out, and it works, and they keep coming back. And that rock was still there after 3 months. It was still in the ground there, and it was slowly, it slowly gets smaller. And we didn't have a lot of rain this summer. So when it rained, when it was raining, we were going through rocks probably once a month because the rain will melt that into the ground, but it's still going in the ground.
Yeah, so they have dug a hole. I haven't had a solid rock in there for a couple months, and they've dug a hole over the last few years that's 2 feet deep and 4 or 5 feet wide diameter.
Yeah, and crazy. It works when they're doing that. That they want to get at those minerals for sure.
Yeah. But I'm waiting on my scents. I'm looking forward to getting those scents.
I appreciate you doing that. That was really nice and supporting me in doing that. And I think you're going to be happy with it. Did you get the mock scrape kit? I think you did.
Yeah.
That pre-orbital, I put that out this week, and the pre-orbital gland, I put it on the one by my house. I made a vine scrape with a vine.
Yeah.
So I put it on the vine, and then the one down Ohio, I did a licking branch. I just tried to do some different stuff, you know what I mean? And then I ended up putting the Mystic in the scrape, and you'll see like on my video tomorrow how I did the scrape. I put the Mystic in there, and then I added the dabs in there as well, and I did the same thing down Ohio. The only difference is one has the licking branch and the other one has the vine.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it'll be cool to see. And I got, like I said, I got the Ecstasy, I got the Bewitched, I got it all through them, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of anxious to see throughout the season, and definitely these new pictures. I put by my house, I put it out on Saturday. So probably this week, maybe more towards Friday or even Sunday, I may go down and pull my camera chip because I got to finish that video for the VU Peak, and that's the VU Peak on that scrape. Yeah. So I want to show, and what's neat about the VU Peak too, and I didn't mention this, is it has an option. It's either video or photo, but the TC7, and I don't know if you have this, it has an option for video and photo in the same setting. So I put it on photo and video, and you can take as many photos as you want, and then however long of video you want as well. So what I did was I set it for one picture and a 10 or 15, I can't remember, I think it was 10 or 15 second video in there. So it's going to have a picture and a video, and I wanted both of them so I could show you guys the quality of both. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, on the TC27 in the app, you can set it for either photo or video, and I think the options for video is like 10, 15, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then you can switch it to live mode, and you can actually record while you're watching deer live.
Yeah.
Or take pictures while you're watching live, which I'll show in my video. It's pretty cool. That's what I was really excited about. So
cool. Yeah. I have another
good product. Plus this also has a 360 on the TC27.
Yeah, so you could turn it any way you want.
And then up and down, because you know how cameras are, you got to stick a stick behind them to get the right angle. With this, you can adjust it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I can adjust it right here, you know. That's pretty cool.
I like that. I like that a lot. It's just like I said, the cell phone thing. I was like, can you send me a different one? But the only thing, and I'm going to mention this, even though I'm with those guys, there's somebody in the link. Hold on one second. This is New York native. Let's see real quick here what he has to say. I don't know him, so if he says something stupid, he's getting whacked real quick. So, all right, New York, here's your chance to shine.
Yo. Salute to the chat. Salute to the panel, man.
Hey,
what's up, brother? I appreciate you having me up here, bro.
Yeah,
I'm new to this.
Thanks.
But I'm true to this.
Yeah, we're talking about hunting and fishing. Do you do any of that?
Hunting and fishing. I used to
Mhm.
do fishing. I used to do fishing back in the day when I was a young buck, but
Okay.
I haven't done fishing in a long, long time, brother, to be
All right.
honest.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for being in here.
No problem. I appreciate you having me here, brother.
All right,
I
man.
came up with one question.
Yep.
Popeyes or KFC?
I like both.
Oh,
I like the Popeye spicy. I like Popeye spicy chicken better
no
than
doubt. Salute
KFC.
to that.
All right,
Salute.
brother.
W's. Salute, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Yo, have a good stream, brother. Take
Thank you.
care,
You
man.
too. Bye bye.
Peace.
Later, brother.
All right. Well, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. You never know when you bring people up. You don't know. Sometimes I don't do that, but he was in the chat. He was waving to me and stuff. So I figured I'll let him up and see what he has to say. So
Yeah, I
but
can't
that's
see
cool,
the
man.
chat. Yeah, I can't see the chat on my phone here right now.
Okay.
I don't have
Okay.
StreamYard downloaded. I found out.
Gotcha.
On this
Gotcha.
thing. But,
City Sicker Chris says he loves his cheap Tascos. He does love them too. He says he gets some great pictures with them. Daniel Sturge is in here. What's up, brother? Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. New York says thanks for letting me up. Let's see what else here. Let me get me not. I don't want to ban the guy from studio, but I'm gonna get him off of there. Okay. Then we have Yoper. What's up, man? Thanks for coming in. But yeah, so the VU Peak, like I was saying, getting back to that, and Cam Park, and I'm with them. I have an affiliate link with them, so if I sell anything, I get like a percentage of it because I have an affiliate link with them. And I asked them the other day, I'm like, hey, listen, I have a couple people that are on like the Off the Hook, like we hunt together, we're like a team, how they have team Realtree and stuff. So I have a few people, but me and Bob, we have PA and Hunt and Ohio. And I said, hey, I don't want your most expensive cameras. You know what I mean? I don't want to say but your cheap cameras, could I get like 2 or 3 of them? And if not, then could I purchase them at a discount price to put these out in PA? And if you do that, I'll be exclusively using those cameras on my channel. So I'll be promoting them. I'll have them in my links. They'll be in my videos and stuff. And they're like, well, we can't do that. And that kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. I mean, I know it's a business thing, but I didn't ask for your expensive cameras, your $250 cameras. I asked for your cameras that were like $59 and I would pay something for it. They said they couldn't give me a discount on the cheaper ones, but they could give me the 20% discount on like the most expensive one. And I was like, that ain't going to work because 20% off is not really much to me. It would have to be more than that for me to actually use them and promote them. You know what I mean? So we're still on the edge with those guys. I want to see the quality of the TC7, see how they are, and then I'll move forward with that. So we'll see. But it's I did want to get a camera company sort of backing me a little bit, and I'm still looking. You know what I mean? For that. So, but I am on Cam Park's affiliate link, and I do promote them because of the other camera, the TC22 that I had. It does take good pictures, but this I'm looking for the solar powered camera to see how that works out because we want the solar powered for like those spots where we can't get to all the time. So we want something like that.
That's what this camera has, is a solar panel.
Mm-hmm.
And it works, because I can see the charge status on my app, and then when it's charging, you can tell it's charging.
Yeah.
And then obviously at night, then it shuts off. But so I don't know. I'm still playing around with it. It's fun.
Yeah.
I think
sure.
The thing with cellular cameras is just the cost of them. Like Spy Point, is like $99. That's why I bought it. Then when I was going through all those problems, obviously the first thing they said, what kind of batteries do you have in there? And then what kind of SD card? Because you have to have a special SD card.
Yeah, like the right speed and all that stuff. Yeah.
V10s or something like that.
Yeah.
So I went out, spent money on their SD card, spent money on their lithium battery. So all of a sudden, if you want a solar panel for it, you're up to $200 for a camera.
Yep.
If you get all their stuff.
And I'm afraid of somebody just swiping it in the woods. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or even our lease.
Yeah. And with this VU Peak, you know, you're looking at about 160, I think, 170 for
Yeah, I
all
think
of
it's.
it.
Mm-hmm.
But the app is what is the drawback that I've
Yes.
seen so far, the cost of it. So,
Yeah, because don't they give you certain amount of time free, right?
yeah,
Like 300 free, and then after that it costs 100 and so whatever it is.
yeah,
And I researched that before I said yeah, because they asked me I think to do the camera that you had or
yeah,
you have, and I think Freezerbond, my buddy Adam Freezerbond has that camera as well. And I was like, yeah, I want a cell camera, but I'm like, man, I don't know about Ohio because in PA here, if I don't put it at my camp, and I already have
yeah,
one down there that I could look on my phone. So I don't want to just get cameras to get cameras. I want to be able
yeah.
to use them. Okay. So here on public land, I'm not putting a cell phone camera out on public land because if you've seen my video from last year, I had somebody put a ladder and a fluorescent green strap around my tree to get up in my stand to hunt it. I'm like, if they're going to be that bold to do that, they're going to swipe a camera. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I just don't want to. I'll put the cheap cameras out there. Now that TC7 I think is $129 or something like that.
Before I bought this place, that's all I ever hunted was public land for, you know, all the years of hunting.
Yeah.
But I'd use my Tascos out there, and I got a cool story similar to what you were doing. One time, for some reason, I had a 2-camera setup. One camera pointing this way, and then the other camera pointing towards that camera. But it wasn't like to view, make sure nobody steals my cameras.
Yeah.
But some kid during squirrel season came up, and I caught him on my video taking my camera off, and then he moved it to another tree like 30 yards away and took the SD card. But when I first walked up there to that camera expecting to see it, I said, man, it's not there. I can't find it. You know how you are in the woods. I'm thinking, well, maybe I moved it because I move them quite frequently.
Yeah, for sure.
And I checked my second camera, and sure enough, I caught him on video.
Yeah.
So I posted that, you know.
Oh yeah, you gotta post it.
And then another story is I always write my phone number and my name in my cameras.
Yes.
And I've forgotten cameras out there, and I have guys call me or text me and say, "Hey, I found your camera. You want it back?" I said, "No, just go ahead and keep it."
That was
Thanks
nice
for being honest, though.
Yeah, for sure. I had a situation here by my house. We have a park down here, and there's some woods along a golf course, and I can hunt down there as well. And I've shot some deer down there. And I remember when I first moved here, I was always searching for hunting areas, you know what I mean? And then I was told that I could hunt down there. So I was down there, and I put my stand up. I scouted, put my stand up. And then there was this guy that had a painting company who would drive his van down there. He would paint all day. He would get out of his van. He would go up, and he put his tree stand, literally 40 yards away from my stand. And then I would ask him, hey, could you at least, back off a little bit or whatever, He's like, you don't own the wood. So he was that kind of person already. So I just said, whatever. I just let it go. And he would come in at like first light, and he would leave before it got dark. And I know he smelled like paint because he was painting all day in his van, and he would get out and just walk up into the woods. So one day, I guess he was messing around over by my stand, and I guess he saw my camera. And he took the camera card out of it, but didn't realize that I had memory in my camera.
Yeah.
And didn't shut it off or nothing, and end up walking away from it. And what I did was I put his picture up with his phone number on his painting shirt.
Yeah.
And he was walking away. So I zoomed in on his phone number, and I called the number. And I said, listen, dude, I got you on camera. You taking my card. I got your number from your shirt, but I got a picture of you. If you don't have my camera card back in the camera, I'm going to press charges on you. And he's, what do you know? He must have knew where I lived. He put my camera chip in my mailbox with an Applebee's gift card.
Yeah.
And I said, thank you. So
that was being easy on him. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, he gave me an Applebee's gift card because I guess he got busted, but he wasn't going to stay. I mean, it was the guy that was his stand was right next to me, and he ended up doing that. And I'm like, hold on here. So I was like, how stupid could you be? You walk away. You don't shut the camera off. You walk away. They took a picture of your shirt with your phone number on it. So I called the phone number and left them a nice message. And within a week or so, I had the chip in my mailbox with an Applebee's gift card. It was funny. So that's just, people are just crazy. Like I've seen people just take SD cards, not take the camera, but just take the SD card out. And I guess they just want to see what's there, I guess, or something. They don't want to steal the camera, but they'll steal the card out of it.
Well, I think they take it because they think they're on it.
That too.
But I've had I've had squirrel hunters like just looking up in the trees and my camera's sitting right beside them and they never notice the camera.
I know, it's funny some of the stuff you see. Yeah. I had a guy gut a squirrel and throw the guts right in my deer scrape. I know he'd seen my camera. Yeah. It was on the scrape, and I think he did it on purpose because I had a video going, and he gutted the squirrel and he threw the guts right in the scrape. Wow. Like, it's like saying like you shouldn't be hunting here. What's up, Anti? What's up, Deer Corner? Thanks for coming in. But yeah, so I see a lot of stuff on camera for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's my weekend so far. I was going to go out today because we got called this morning at our school district and said there was a threat at the school not to show up for work today. So I got paid today, but I was going to go hunting this evening, but it's still too warm and it was a little bit rainy and windy. So I didn't go out. I figured I don't want to booger that spot up. So I didn't go out today. But the weather's looking good for next week. It's getting cooler. The mornings are going to be really cool. And I know it's not the right time to hunt mornings yet. Roadkill Game Glory. Hey, what's up? But I only can hunt mornings before work. So that's my thing. If I could choose to hunt mornings or evenings right now, it would be evenings. But I'm working, so I have to hunt the mornings. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't get real. Years past, I haven't gotten real serious in October.
Halloween week.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, usually from Halloween till like a week before, I'll usually take the week or 2 weeks off before gun season here.
Yeah.
And that's when we have a lot of activity around here.
Yeah, for sure.
This year we've seen, which surprised me, I think we have 3 does around this area that have twins.
Okay.
And that's unusual for around here.
Well, that's a good thing because it means that they're healthy, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of deer
cool
this year, so it's getting.
Yeah, I guess there's a question. Anti said there's a question. So let me look for this question. Outdoors. How many trips will you bring your kids on this season? And how is their tracking coming along? My son will probably be with me a few times down to camp. Down in Uniontown. He don't go hunt public land with me here or Ohio right now. So he'll be out with me down at camp with my dad, and we're going to work on his tracking skills this year. I actually was not last year, the year before that. We couldn't find his first bucket he shot, and I went down the next day and ended up finding it. So that's probably why he's asking that question. But yeah, last year we didn't have no tracking. He dropped the one doe in his tracks, and then he shot the buck, and it ran about 30 yards. But he got a doe and buck last year with a rifle, and the year before that he got his deer with a crossbow. So this year he told me he's looking for a rack buck. He wants something with a big rack. I said, yeah, so do I.
Yeah. Yeah. But I love your videos with Theo in there, and
yeah, he's fun. He's fun. Yeah, he's fun. I like watching him. That turkey hunt we had this past year was pretty amazing. He got 3 shots at 3 turkey and didn't get either one of them. And he was just livid with that gun. He hated that 410. He's like, Dad, I want a 20 gauge or I want my crossbow back. I said, you can have either one of them you want. And it said, but the 410 was supposed to be decent, and we shot it and it worked good, but he hit the breastplate of all the turkeys, you could tell, and it just knocked feathers off of them and they flew away,
Yeah.
So, but I don't know, guys. I think I got to head because I got to get my daughter. She's texting me. I guess I got to go pick her up from softball. So I am going to end the live, Phil. And I wanted to thank you so much. And I'm going to be doing this more frequently during the weeks and weekends, like during hunting season. So feel free to come up anytime you want. You're more than welcome. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you to everybody in the chat for supporting me. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Go check out all my social media. Go check out Phil at Peterson's Family Farms. He has some great videos. I like that the microphone video you just did with was it the Rode mic? I guess it was the shotgun mic. That I like that because it points at where you're at. Like, did you try it from behind at all? Did you try talking from behind?
It has its limits. I think side to side.
Yeah,
but it's definitely better than
the
phone audio, which the phone's not bad, but you never notice the difference until that's with my videos. The thing I've always struggled with is audio.
Yeah. And it's good to have good audio in your videos. It actually helps with the YouTube sharing it out and pushing it out further. Because if you have bad audio, a bad video is better, or a bad audio is worse than a bad video actually on YouTube. If you can't hear it or the wind and all that stuff, then they don't really push that out and people won't stick around.
Yeah.
But if you have a camera moving and jerking around, but you have good audio, people will stick around to listen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and I got the Rhodes wireless mics. That, I used to have DJI, but they failed me a couple times. And
did they really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the DJIs. I love them. I love them.
Yeah, I know. It's probably me.
Yeah.
I'm not technology challenged. I'm technology impatient.
I got you. And that's how I am with stuff.
It's got to be plug and play and work.
Well, that's what the DJIs are. But listen, I've had some issues with the DJIs when you plug them into your GoPro, the mod kit, the media mod kit.
Yeah.
And on the back of the GoPro, if you don't see those green buttons moving up and down with the audio, that's not on. So I've had to take the TRS cable out and switch them around a few times to get it to work again. It's just sometimes when you plug everything in at once, it's like if you hurry up and plug everything in, it like confuses itself and don't pick up. So you got to take your time and plug everything in like in steps. Like not just like put it on, boom, 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 and you're done and you're ready to go. You always got to check your audio before you do.
And I'm not saying that the Rhodes is the solution either, because
they're good mics too, though.
Yeah, but they have a learning curve, and and you got to learn them, or otherwise your audio will be weird.
Yep. No, it's everything like that. The technology today is just you have to learn it and have patience with it. I like the plug and play, like you say. That's why the DJIs were my thing, because I plug them into my phone. I can plug them into my media mod kit, plug them into any other camera, and they just work. You know what I mean? But
hey, can I put a shout out for a buddy of mine's channel?
Sure.
I'm getting ready to head over there. They go live Tuesday nights at 8.
Sure.
It's Joe the Farmer.
Okay, Joe the Farmer, guys.
And normally it's a lot of tractor talk. That's my community I hang out with most of. But this time of year, they're talking about deer hunting. Same stuff that we're talking about right now.
Awesome. And what is it called? What is the channel?
Joe the Farmer.
Joe the Farmer, guys. If you guys are in this chat, let's go raid Joe the Farmer. Go over, look him up. Do you have a link? You can't share a link, can you?
I don't think so.
Let me see.
Here.
Let me see if I can do this real quick before I go. Let's see. I'll try to share his link real quick. Let's look up Joe the Farmer, right?
Yep.
Joe the Farmer. Is it just say Joe the Farmer on it, like in black and white? Okay. I am going to subscribe to Joe the Farmer right now, and then I am going to share his link in the chat right now, so you guys can at least go over, tell him it's an Off the Hook raid sent by Phil. There you go. Tell him it's an Off the Hook raid sent by Phil from Peterson's Family Farms. Let's put Joe the Farmer's link in here right now, and it should come up in there. It is. There's Joe the Farmer, guys. So if you guys would go over.
Actually, tonight they're going to be talking about how to protect your homestead in an emergency.
There you go. There you go.
It's probably not hunting.
That's all right. We can still go over and give them some support for a little bit. You know what I mean?
But they're good guys, and they're big into hunting and tractors.
Cool. So. I'm into tractors and hunting too. So
yeah.
All right, guys. All right, Phil. Thank you so much for coming up. You're welcome on the show anytime.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Thank you, sir.
Let's see if I can get off here.
I think you have to click leave studio, I believe, Phil.
Doesn't give me that option, but all right, I'll get out of here.
All right.
Somehow.
I got you out. Sorry, Phil. I got you out. But yeah, guys, thank you for coming in. I'm going to go pick up my daughter, Carly. Thank you all for being here tonight. Go check out my website. Tomorrow at 7 p.m., I'll be showing you how to fire up your deer this year by making a mock scrape. So go check that out tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, like I always say, take a kid fishing or hunting. We're going to preserve our sport, pass it on to future generations, and we will see ya.